I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Hello, 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 hello everyone, hello. Hello.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Share your troubles with me.
Good afternoon, traveler. I didn't expect the honor of witnessing your harmonizing talents here in Mondstadt. Both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the Cat's Tail commissioned me to create a new fragrance for their ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a... I have faith in your choice.
हेलो 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 हेलो। ये ठीक है। माइक ऑफ था मेरा भाई। ओके, अब क्या करना है?
Care to give this a try, Miss Emily?
Your artistry is truly a pleasure to watch.
It is, it is.
This tastes like a local variant of a Lumiduce Twilight.
Hello everyone.
Am I right?
Hello.
The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, offers quite a welcoming flavor, all the while avoiding potentially discordant aromas. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. Your drink was nice,
Welcome to the
but it would be
stream.
perfect if you could make one with... If you need time to mull things over, perhaps you might find inspiration... Perfect if you could make one while avoiding potentially discordant aromas. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. Your drink was nice, but it would be perfect if you could make one with... If you need time to mull things over, perhaps you might find inspiration...
Hello, hello, hello. Mic test. Hello.
Perfect if you could make one while avoiding potentially discordant aromas. Though in reality,
Hello, hello, hello. Mic test. Hello.
your drink was nice, but it would be perfect if you could make one with... If you need time to mull things over...
Hello, hello, hello. Mic test. 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 ठीक है, ठीक है. चेक करनी पड़ती है भाई बीच बीच में. Progress.
Oh, thank you for asking. It's been going well, though this trip to Mondstadt has presented some unexpected challenges when I first got here. To my surprise, my trial freak, let's just say that sweetness isn't even in daily life. I rarely eat sweet. In the end, I completely eliminated...
Oh, what sweet duel varies? Okay. Hello, hello, hello viewers. Okay. समझ गया भाई.
They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. I studied Mondstadt's Cecilia flowers many years ago. In fact, however, this is a special case. Windwheel, the various parts of the windwheel aster plant can be ground into a powder to... I just took it for a little trial run at the cat's, extracting exquisite fruit. Usually, if it's before a holiday, there was an officer named Terena who used to treat me to aged Corte wine. But since she was transferred in the world of science, high-proof alcohol is a... Besides, when I'm slightly tipsy, so I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of...
Make sure करना सबके सब्सक्राइब कर देना क्योंकि 1K पे वेलकिन गिवअवे है.
It really is.
मिल जाएगा.
A while earlier, in such conditions, one sense of smell, when scents are blended well, it seems something similar is true for mixology. As long when mixed properly, all the ingredients were... Yes, that's it. Now I think...
Okay, सब हो गया ना. Mix smoothly. Blah blah blah. Incorporate will astra. ये होना चाहिए. Mix smoothly actually. shake harder than lightly. Use a base of fruit wine and tea. Change to double wall glasses. Okay, easy.
Perhaps you possess a natural talent.
La. Okay, tea. Then we did fruit wine. Which is fruit wine? Fermented juice and chopped patterns. Okay. La, la. Cut it into pieces of any size. Just give a large pieces. Oh, shit. La, 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 la. Okay. Shake properly. Shake hard. Double wall glass. Okay. Weird shape of glass. Any garnish? Lemon. Yeah. Okay. La, la, la.
Here you go. A new and improved.
The colors are cooler and more refreshing. And are these bright specks on the surface the crushed petals and leaves of windwheel asters? I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try.
भैया सिंपल बता सकते थे कि आप भी ना हुए इतने बकवास क्यों बनाने एक बार में I think 5-6
In the language, your cocktail not only captures their form, but also the fragrance they carry. Therefore, I the winds and clouds of Mondstadt. Really? Now it's time to slowly savor. Thank you so much. This is the most Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both of once I've perfected the recipes. Until then, I look forward to seeing you in the court of Fontaine.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. Okay, एक दो तीन चार और करना है. Start mixing. La 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 la. Now you.
So you're looking after the drink stand.
Thank for your.
I've got to say, I'm getting curious. I've heard a lot about your mixology skills.
Welcome to the stream.
I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the ingredients Glenfiddich has prepared. I don't have much of it. As the captain of the reconnaissance company, I have to lead by example. At the very least, I need to rank as one of the top 3 captains in the practical portion. So, I've been intensifying my training lately.
Hello, hello.
Being a descendant of sinners means I have to work hard to maintain my position. I'll have you know I've never once neglected my duties. Anyway, on top of all that, my duel with Miss Clorand required learning how to turn defense into attack and seize the initiative when facing a combined assault from sword and musket. Even now But in the end, the exchange went well. And both... Oh, I sure could. Anything that'll perk me up would be welcome. I'll leave the details to you.
La 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 la. Na 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 na. Okay, fruit fine. fizzy water. Add wolf hooks. Wolf hooks. Cut the ingredients into small bits. एक तो गया था मैंने यार. अरे यार फिर मिस हो गया. Shake hard. Aromatic goblet. Star salt. What actually is star salt? Twinkling starlight.
One twinkling starlight for Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Well then, I'll make sure to savor this thoroughly. Huh. Not bad. Sweet and tingly, with a delightful airiness. The fizzy water really brings it to life. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about... Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about... Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork. If you want to know what I've been eating recently, I'd better start by mentioning they launched a diet improvement initiative. In the past, we only had dry rations. Now we just need to bring our standard the vice captain of the 5th company. In any case, after eating it for a week, you can hardly blame the logistics company. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp.
Drink on the table.
That's right. The merchant I got it from called it Romaritime flower fruit extract. It has a very unique smell. Here, have a bottle. Oh, it's in that book, Miss Magistus. After a duel, a fun to properly play host to Miss Clorand, I searched for quite some time to locate a rare goods merchant in Dorman Port who sold this juice. I had my doubts at first, too. But Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist... Besides, who doesn't like... When I gave it to her at our post-training banquet, Miss Clorand really did enjoy this juice.
Okay, last one.
Yes, I have. For a while. To make matters worse, several veterans... Leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow, with no fires to keep us warm, before we finally located the enemy's stronghold. Those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's smuggled battle mechs. Fortunately, I'm completely fine. But thank you for your concern. It was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far more than... If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly pointers. I guess you could call them a permanent solution, huh?
Okay. Unusual juice. Unusual use. Restoration required. Okay. Interpret. Okay. Okay. यही होगा. अरे ये क्या?
Oh my. To be honest, Miss Cloran's combat style comes from the mysterious Marechaussee hunters. In the library, there are some old Fontanian newspapers from hundreds of years ago that give some A more recent newspaper claimed that Miss Cloran was an orphan from an underwater kingdom, and that before battle she would perform rituals inviting spirits to possess her sword. Certainly, from my own experiences, Miss Cloran's abilities more than match those descriptions. Incorporating elements of swordsmanship into a drink? Huh. Certainly a creative idea, I'll give you that. A commemorative cocktail at a time like this sounds nice, but how do you plan to express something like swordsmanship with a drink? That definitely matches the description I read in that book.
One second. Okay.
That's right. You really know your stuff. I doubt there's anyone else in all of Tevat who could come up with such a perfect metaphor.
Hello, everyone.
There's no need to make it sound so fancy. In recent years, Firewater's gained You really are good. Why don't we try replacing the fruit wine? As for the alcohol...
Okay. See, start mixing.
Brilliant!
Fire water. Fire water. Any side.
Here's your all-new Seafoam Sword Song, mixed to meet your personal preferences.
Oh my, what beautiful colors! And you even added my Romaritime flower fruit extract. The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol, but it doesn't stifle the fruity fragrance. Give me a moment to come up with the right words. I know it's unbecoming of a lady, and a proper connoisseur would savor their drinks slowly, but I'm sorry. Can you mix me another? Oh, no, what was I? Whatever. I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep. Don't worry about me. By the time I've written up those reports for my exchange with Miss Jean, I won't be forgetting this in
कर लेते हैं एक और ला 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 ला
Suspicion confirmed. While patrolling the area, I was sure I'd sensed a familiar presence, so I came up. If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures. And sword-wielding traveler's secret side hustle. Exclusive cocktails from Tevat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper. And there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing gridlock on the street. Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here. So you're unlikely to... And on that look on your face tells me you have a calm and effortless.
Yes, I am.
I'm shocked to learn you're a real
Fire, water, caramel, cocoa. Easy. Master complete.
Your caramel blaze is ready. Try not to drink it all in one go.
It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma... It's quite strong. I'm all right. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had a small sip from a purely rational perspective, but when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks, she mentioned that monster. In fact, Captain Eula, whom I sparred with earlier, has quite the She even gifted me a bottle of Romerita. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel I truly appreciate all the...
Another fountain guy, usual hobby hunters, cash on the table, monsters.
Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of the juice helps balance out the greasiness.
Okay.
Over time, after the swordsmanship exchange, the Knights of Favonius rather kindly treated me to some traditional Mondstadt cuisine. I had 8 different meat dishes, and all of them were excellent. The portions were huge, and only the highest quality cuts were used. Of course, there was still room for improvement. I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work, so I've had to decline all subsequent dining invitations. To be honest, I can still taste...
Okay.
Huh? Does that mean she's already finished her commission? Well, she's certainly efficient. Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let Sigewin know that I'd be happy to purchase her latest perfume. I'm not sure I'd say that. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. Naturally, we got to chatting. I've often heard Sigewin praise her work. After conversing with her on the journey over, I must say, she is indeed a rare and refined individual. She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to her profession. I find this approach ideal. It allows one to maintain a lasting sense of inner peace. Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Our work rarely intersects, and our social circles hardly make for a Venn diagram, if you know what I mean. Best to just let things take their natural course.
Crust on the table.
Indeed it is. The knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. I must say, it's exquisite. They told me the design has only just been finalized. Apparently, it's only presented to important guests. They said they're making a badge for you, too. But it hasn't been... You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Mermonia. But I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. They're clearly seasoned veterans. Even though they work desk jobs, they still turn up in full armor. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they wanted to continue last night's duel and determine who had the highest alcohol. Drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with... So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits when it comes to drinking.
बहुत boring और लंबा इवेंट है.
I've seen a little. I took a... Navia's done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations... However, the way she describes the... Perhaps because I've mostly just visited recently. The newer weapons and art... While this has slightly reduced their overall... Perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a... Over time, the faint fragrance... Of course, there is a solution to this problem. The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's another protective agent I can recommend. One that's as neutral as water, without any excess fragrance. If you also dislike being bombarded with sweetness, this protective agent should suit you well.
Okay. Nothing to speak. Sweet. La 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 la. Okay. ठीक है, यही वाला था. Similar taste to Emily, nothing too sweet and too nothing too sweet. अभी balance होगा. Yes. Emily style. ठीक है.
Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical get-together? Based on my previous experiences with alcohol, I'd guess my tolerance is similar to Emily's. Fruit liqueur is probably my limit. So when the time comes, I think you'd be best off mixing similar.
Okay. Can't tolerate fruit liquids. Start mixing.
All right. Even if it's still a...
Fruit wine. Caramel and wolf. Into a piece of any size. Shit, miss कर दिया. बार मिस कर देता हूँ मैं. Shake properly. Hello. Hoop goblet small. Star salt.
All right, this new creation is called a cocktail made exclusively for champion.
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the tartness of the color of the wine also. But where does the leisure time part come in? I see. Its unique aroma and taste will hold a special... Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, mostly for Navya and Miss Farina's sake? I understand. Thanks to you, whether I'm summarizing the key...
Okay, finally दो ही बचे सिर्फ. और बाद में करूँगा. अभी तो नहीं कर रहा. बोर हो गया. क्या? I think Linnea के लिए pre-form करना चाहिए ना मुझे. क्या लिखना है? हर किसी को आइडिया हो Linnea को pre-form है क्या? अच्छा है. ये तो नहीं मिलेगा अभी. कहाँ से मिलेगा? अच्छा एक नया मटेरियल आएगा. War will be okay. ये upgrade करनी पड़ेगी. Yeah, sacrificial. Okay. Husk. Sport build. एक मिनट, ये कौन सा build है? अच्छा, सब DPS build. हाँ, सब DPS ही build करूँगा मैं इसको. ठीक है.
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon and gaze down at Tefat. Whatever you prefer.
Okay. पर ये सेट में अच्छा ठीक है, ये सेट नहीं फक करना है ये. एक नाव के साथ बैटरी नहीं है ये. नाव तो ये ओके. जियो क्रिस्टल चाहिए मुझे बहुत सारे. अर्थविंग ये तो पता नहीं कहाँ से मिलेगा. चिड़िया वाली बुक के नहीं है. 38 51 3. अच्छा, पर टैलेंट को 38 लगेंगी. मतलब काफ़ी ज़्यादा सही है. Elixir of a Hortic weekly boss. ठीक है. चिड़िया वाली बुक और चेक करते हैं, मेरे पास आया नहीं है. शॉर्ट्स हो गई. ये रही बोस. ओके, होनेस बार वो 70 है मेरे पास. अपडेट करना है. क्रिट हिट्स have 100% to generate small amount of element particle which can generate 6 energy character can occurs. ओके, ये क्या करती है? तो कौन सा यूज करना चाहिए? सैक्रिफिशियल ये देखते हैं. कहाँ गई जड़िया वाली बुक्स? हाँ, कम है, काफ़ी कम है. अवेलेबल ही नहीं है. एक चाहिए और क्या चाहिए था? एक मिनट. वेपन्स डिटेल्स. तो इसके लिए हमको ये चाहिए. ये भी नहीं कर सकता मैं फार्म. ठीक है. हाँ, इनको मार सकता हूँ मैं. ये फार्म कर सकता हूँ अभी, पर छोड़ो. और क्या चाहिए? आर्टिफैक्ट्स ये चाहिए. ठीक है. आर्टिफैक्ट्स, हाँ, मूनलाइट ऑफरिंग. वेपन अभी हो गया. बॉस मटेरियल वहाँ से मिल जाएंगे. हाँ, मेन चाहिए मेरे को जियो क्रिस्टल्स. कहाँ से मिलेंगे जियो क्रिस्टल्स? अरे नहीं, इससे दे मिलेंगे. किससे मिलेंगे? एक ये देगा. ये आई डोंट थिंक सो ये यूज हो रहा है ना. न्यू बॉस मटेरियल यूज होगा लिनिया पे, तो ये तो यूज ही नहीं होगा. बट आई थिंक इसी को बेनिफिट है करने का. अगर निकोल ये यूज कर सकती है ना. हाँ, आई थिंक ये यूज करेगी. नहीं भाई,
Ultimatum protocol.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
Close your eyes to dust. Observe. Fear the dark.
Defensive mode engaged.
Swirl, Mark 2. Stand clear.
क्या बढ़ रहा है? छी भाई
Surge.
Annihilation mode. Installation chamber.
Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls. To dust.
New moons converge.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Absorption test.
Observe. Close your eyes.
अरे नहीं नहीं उसको चेंज करके अगर ये दे दो ठीक है Let's see. ठीक
Wing.
Preparing for dust up. Installation chamber.
Advanced animal module 75. Animal test 6308.
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls. It's a grave situation, but long sleep beckons.
Defensive mode engaged.
Absorption test.
Be silent. Observe.
Let's switch it again to this and for medium. Hello, hello, hello. अरे वाह क्या पीस मिला भाई इसको रूल करें अरे क्या कर रहा हूँ attack plus the damage okay thank you attack okay great Havash क्रिट यार वेरी नहीं इतना भी बुरा नहीं है बट ठीक है। कोई और है आर्टिफैक्ट जो मैं अपग्रेड कर सकता हूँ? लेट्स सी। ओके 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 ये हो गया आर्टिफैक्ट्स। क्रिट वाला नहीं करूँगा। क्रिट डैमेज लिनिया में काम आ सकता है थोड़ा। क्रिएट क्रिट रेट क्रिट डैमेज भी चला जा भाई एक प्लीज। सब क्रिट डैमेज आओ आने दो। क्रिट रेट नहीं चाहिए मुझे इस टाइम। नहीं एचपी वाला तो कोई कैरेक्टर नहीं है। 1 मिनट एचपी क्रिट रेट नहीं है। क्रिट रेट नहीं 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 एचपी क्रिट डैमेज बेस एचपी है। अटैक डिफेंस ट्राई कर सकते हैं लेने के लिए। क्या जाएगा नहीं चाहिए। नोप नहीं नोप कोई पीसी नहीं अच्छा है यार।
Annihilation mode. Cleanup sequence in.
Animal hypostasis simulation!
Be silent. To dust. I will return as an avalanche.
Chamber deployed.
Night falls.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing to Ad Astra Abyssosk.
सिर्फ मोरा चाहिए भाई कुछ नहीं चाहिए और क्या करना था। हाँ बैठ 30 कर सकता हूँ मैं अभी। 10 बॉडी फीड करने हैं। 100 डोमेन चैलेंज 20 डिशेस 20 डिशेस बनाएंगे। Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. 8 एक मिनट 18 बनी ये क्या सीन
Let us have it.
Confirm. और क्या करना था एक सेकेंड ठीक है सब ठीक है
Modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
Okay, claim all. जाने दे Okay, almost 29 हजार 10 ये भी कर सकता हूँ मैं इसी को कर लेते हैं यार यही नहीं है यार ला 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 I can do the forwardness recon log के 4000 रेटिंग चाहिए यार ये बोरिंग है यार 1500 पॉइंट मिलेंगे इजी हो जाएगा आई थिंक यही कर लेता इजी है सबसे हाँ we are back
If I could just apply this discovery to a new device. If I could just apply this discovery to a new device. If I could just apply this discovery to a new device.
He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
If I could just apply this discovery to a new device. If I could just apply this discovery to a new device. If I could just apply this discovery to a new device. If I could just apply this discovery to a new device.
People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs.
If I could just apply this discovery to a new device. If I could just apply this discovery to a new device. If I could just apply this discovery to a new device.